Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Leah. I'm a collage artist. I usually use paper, but today I'm going to show you a really cool tool that if you are looking to try digital collage, you can do for free. Maybe you've shopped around and saw Photoshop and saw the price and your jaw dropped to the ground. I'm with you. It is so expensive, and especially if you're not using it every day for work. Last year, I did a collage course during the summer, and it was all digital, so they wanted us to submit the digital assets. Instead of making us do them in person and then take photos, they wanted us to upload them to this site that I'd never heard of. It was called Freemix. And I decided to give it a try, and this was the first time that I was doing digital collage that wasn't through Photoshop or After Effects when I'm doing motion graphics with my collages. And for what it was and a free tool, it worked really well. So I'm gonna take you through how to use it, and maybe you can give it a try if you're looking for some free options. I originally made this video back in September last year, and I'm not sure why I didn't publish it, but I just have the new inspiration to do so I hope that this helps you.
So head over to your favorite browser and type in freemix.com. You'll find this page there. So when you get to the home page, if you're already logged in, this is what you're going to see, and you can go to create a Freemix. So why don't we try creating something just for fun to show you how to use it. This piece, you can give it its name. Why don't I just write tutorial for now until the beautiful piece is done. And then you're gonna see it's pretty basic. There's not much to it. Layers is which pieces are on top of each other. Draw, if you want to draw on top of it. You can add text and shapes. Very simple. It's very similar to most photo editing softwares. This is kind of where it gets different, is on the right hand side. So there's uploads if you wanted to upload your own images. So if you wanted to go to Instagram, you could connect your Instagram and then have your photos to bring in if you're trying to do like a personal collage. Facebook, same thing. Tumblr, Flickr, and then you can just upload from desktop if that's something you're interested in. You can also just go to the image library and to random. This kind of shows you different colors if you're interested in that. And then you can even go to backgrounds. So this is pretty cool. So I'll save that. I'm just gonna click and drag it in. I could picture this being kind of interesting. I'm not sure for what. And then maybe we grab a background. So this is gonna be the piece that goes behind everything. And just when I looked at this, I could picture desert or something, but there isn't really too many ways to go through it. There's landscapes perhaps.
And I can honestly say that I really enjoy searching through this. It feels like flipping through a book. Every time I get to scroll down, you get to see more images, unlike the internet where you can see so many things and get overwhelmed. Also, as a heads up, sometimes the categories on the right kind of get messed up or don't show the way that they're supposed to, but you can always flip through them. It's also so nice to have such a large catalog at the tip of your fingers. Digital collaging for me often is very fast compared to cutting out, but this speeds up my process tenfold. Okay, now back to this piece. I really liked the Snow White feel that was going for it, but I really wanted to try something like a dirt road or a desert, and this is saying it for you. I love the colors together already. And you can see through the transparent edges where the photo is going to, and you can use the thing on the bottom right or the top left corner to make the image scale or turn. And then here at the bottom is the layers. So you can either send to front or send to back. So the arrow up is send to front and the arrow down is send to back. In this case, we've put these as background, so they will never go in front of the pieces that we've selected. I definitely like this one better, so I'm going to cover up the one behind it and just keep this as it is for now. You can see that I can have multiple layers of a background and even swish them. I'm going to try to get as much of this image in as possible. We're definitely going to need some more photos, so let's head back to cutouts and see what we can find. Although there's tons of categories on the side, I definitely like to stick to random just because you're not really sure what you're going to get, and sometimes that makes the best conversations. When creating digitally, I work very similar to working in person, so I'll definitely collect a bunch of pieces that I like first, and then I'll go back and cut down the ones that don't really make any sense.
Ooh, I really like these hands. They're kind of creepy, but they almost feel like a dolly piece maybe, or something like that. I mean, the desert's not helping for sure, so that's kind of funny. This one already looks like a collage, which is pretty funny. Oh my gosh, look at this camel. It's perfect. It's like desert themed and everything. I'm gonna head back into the cutouts again. I'm just not really sure what the message is here. I like the hands in the desert, and then I don't know. I feel like I'm supposed to be giving a tutorial, but now I'm just getting sucked into actually making something really beautiful, so bear with me. Maybe this ship is causing the waves, and here you can see kind of the issue is that the hand is right where the ship is. I would love it to be like right in the middle and be able to put like a splash there. But yeah, it's just like the image isn't long enough, so let's see what we can do with it still. This is definitely feeling crowded, and I don't think the other ones really go with this, so I'm just gonna put them off to the side here. You can still see that they're available to use if I need them, but they're tucked away so that I can kind of see what I'm working with right now. Just for the sake of it, let's say that this is done, and you can see here that I brought those hands forward so it can go behind, in front, and then style it like that. And let's just call this like the storm. You can add tags to it if you're interested. And I think that, you know, this is good. Let's make it public, and then you can do remix on or off. If I choose remixable, that means that any of you could go and grab this and then try to make your own version of it. So just for the sake of it, I'll do this. And then here you can download it so that you can have it, share it, view on my profile. And I think that everything just automatically saves. I can show you quickly that there's a bunch of texts here that you can choose from, and then you can just put your own text in. And there are shapes. So you could have bordered shapes or no border shapes. Say circular just for fun. Make it a certain size. Save. And now you have circles, which is kind of fun because when working with geometric shapes, I don't know, I'm in a shape era for sure. This is a really great way to add some texture and depth when you're working with different layers. And then if you just don't want something, there's here the garbage can. So let's garbage can that. And I'll show you with a better object that you can also flip the image horizontally, vertically. You can also cut certain sections off. So let's say you don't want the head anymore, or you just want the head, sorry. You can also see here, it's erase, auto magic erase or scissor cut, save, and now it's just the head. And then you can resize it to any size you'd like. You can see though that the photos sometimes aren't the best quality, so you can't have them too big, some of the certain photos. And then again, if you don't want it, you can just delete it. And there you are. Now we can download it. It'll open a new page and just download. And here it'll show you that you can share with Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, Tumblr, Pinterest, share with Google+, email it, download it, send the link, and now you can view it on my profile. So this is my little Flanzella profile. Don't have much going on here. I've only done a couple pieces ever. You can see this one is an art print that I've done though, so I've definitely used this for some pieces. And I did some assignments, so I had to do some test collaging, so those are in here as well. But you can see that now this is published and people can edit it. And this is where Freemix becomes very cool, in my opinion, is that you can look through other people's pieces and see all of the pieces here that were used in making this piece. So even though this one's off screen, you can see that they're still showing up here. If you like one of the images in someone else's artwork, you can literally click it and then hit this love button, and then on your profile, you'll be able to use it. Now, let's take a look at some of the other features and tabs. You can see at the top that it says stream. This is where I can see all the people that I'm following's collages, which is kind of cool to have. My username is Flanzella. If you want to follow me, I'll follow you back so we can take a look at what you're making. You can also go to this explore page and see like a whole bunch of different categories of what people are making. Let's maybe look at featured really fast. A lot of these look like album art, right? So I think a lot of people are using these for different purposes, but it's a great platform. There's a lot of really cool things. Then you can go to the Cutout Library. And this is going to show you everything that anyone else has cut out, along with the source of where the image came from. You can scroll through this to find different images, but it's just totally up to you on what your preferences are. I usually just like to create and find things at the same time, but you do have that option. In terms of copyright for this website, I'm not really sure how it works. I definitely saw a lot of links that said Tumblr on them, which is not a copyright free, but if you're just playing around and making pieces, there is no harm. And if you are worried about this, you could definitely find your own images on royalty-free sites and then upload them and cut them out here. If you find some royalty-free photos, you can upload them, cut them out, and then add the source link, and then other people on the site will be able to use them as well, which is pretty neat. It's like a huge crowdsourcing for collage. Now, the last thing that I wanted to cover is what would I rate this tool? And the answer is probably like a 6 out of 10. When it comes to something like Photoshop, you have so much power over what you can do with it that it's just kind of uncomparable. However, if you don't have background in design where you know how to cut out things in Photoshop or finding free PNGs, this is a great tool. Everything is almost already cut out, and if you want to cut out like a background and take out the sky, that's something that's very doable here. As I've said many times, this tool is free, so sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes I can go to the website and you just won't be able to find it, and that's kind of normal. Every once in a while that does happen to me. I love that you can upload any photos, that you can access your Instagram. That's definitely something you cannot do on Photoshop. And I love the aspect of community. Those are two things that you just don't get from Photoshop. For me, when I've decided to do a very long challenge, such as Fabrulage or any of the ones that are like the 100-day challenge, I definitely would like to be able to use something like this for the days that I'm not feeling that creative. There's just some days where you're not going to want to pick up a pair of scissors, and this is a great solution for that. And it's very easy to upload to Instagram and other platforms then, because you can just simply download the image as is. Whereas when I'm doing paper collage, I have to scan it in and then upload it and then send it to my phone. I hope you liked this video, and go give it a try and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.